B-Marsh Boxing, what's happening, world? We back at it with another one. So, Anthony Yarde is fighting this weekend, coming off of that loss he took versus Sergey Kovalev sometime last year, I believe in August, end of summer. Well, he's fighting this guy from Colombia by the name of Jair Ramirez. As you can see his record, man, it's a nice, shiny, glossy 4 wins and 48 losses. Jesus Christ, where do they find these guys? Holy cow. Holy cow, man. You look at the man's record, all you see is L's. L's, L's, and more L's. You see, this fight's going to be this weekend in Madrid. I forgot who's fighting over there in Madrid. Let me look at the event. Let me see who's fighting on this card. Oh, so far, it's only two fights on that card. Anthony Yarde versus Diego Jair Ramirez, and the welterweight debut of Kevin Castillo versus Reynaldo Mora, who's 7 wins and 52 losses. And the fight's happening in Spain, okay? You see, boxing's a global sport, no question about it. But you must question a lot of these commissions, boxing commissions in these other countries, you know what I mean? This fight's going to be in Madrid, but who the hell is this guy, man? Who's this guy that Anthony Yarde is fighting? Should this even be legal? And this is a legitimate question, you know what I mean? Should this fight even be sanctioned? Should it be legal? Diego Jair Ramirez. This guy has absolutely none whatsoever. No business fighting in the ring with the man Anthony Yarde. He shouldn't be in the ring with him. Not one bit. Anthony Yarde just came off fighting for a world title. You know what I mean? Gave a valiant effort in one round, I believe, where he almost stopped the man Sergey Kovalev. I believe that was the 8th round. But that's the only memorable moment that he had in that fight. And if you know the man's resume, Anthony Yarde, he fought a whole bunch of nobodies till he fought the man Sergey Kovalev. Now, I will admit I did pick the man Sergey Kovalev to lose to Anthony Yarde. That's just because on the real, I just don't believe in Sergey Kovalev. I think a lot of guys could beat him. I thought Anthony Yarde could beat him, but obviously the guy didn't have the stamina. You know what I'm saying? The man gassed out. He got dropped with a jab, and the guy was exhausted. You know what I mean? So, with the guys he's fought all throughout his career, it looks like he's reverting back to these bad habits. But now, he looks like he's even taking it further into the abyss of just whack fighters. You know what I mean? And this guy's fighting a guy who's 4 wins and 48 losses. You know what I'm saying? Now, how is a guy like Anthony Yarde even going to improve? What, just because you came off a loss in August? There's much better opponents to fight out there. You know what I mean? Much better opponents than to fight a guy who has 4 wins and 48 losses. You know what I mean? So this guy, that Anthony Yarde is fighting is a Colombian. I don't know where he's based. Looks like he's based in Spain. You know what I mean? But personally, I think that this fight should not happen for health risks and concerns. You know what I mean? This guy Anthony Yarde could seriously hurt this guy. Might hurt this guy severely to the point where he might become like, I don't know. You never know. God forbid we could have another Michael Watson situation. We could have another Joey Gamache situation. When guys are overmatched and put in fights that don't make sense, these type of outcomes can happen. And shame on the Spain Athletic Commission or the Boxing Commission for even sanctioning or letting this fight go on. Shame on what's his name, Anthony Yarde's promoter, Frank Warren for allowing this fight to go on, and damn sure shame on Anthony Yarde and his team of Tunde Jai for picking such a subpar opponent. You know what I mean? A guy who won't bring any value to his resume and also to his progression as a boxing fighter, coming off of a loss. You know what I mean? Anthony Yarde, man, you gotta do better than this, man. No wonder you got stopped with a jab in that last fight you fought versus Anthony Yarde because of the caliber of opponents you've been fighting. You know what I mean? Kovalev was primed for the picking. Everybody knew it, except your gas tank. You know what I mean? Man threw out his whole gas tank in the eighth round trying to stop the man. Kovalev had nothing after that. You know what I mean? And look, I got no problem with Anthony Yarde. I actually even love Tunde Jai's bravado and his talking points and his confidence. But it's over with that shit. You can crumble that shit up and throw it in the basket and say Kobe. Because I ain't nobody, especially myself, we're not buying this. You know what I mean? We talk about, or especially I talk about, fighters' stock plummeting. Well, Anthony Yard, your stock is nowhere near where it should be or on the up and up, rising, fighting these type of guys like Diego Jair Ramirez, 4-48. Jesus Christ, come on, man. D-March Boxing, let me know what y'all think about this garbage opponent that this guy Anthony Yard is fighting the last minute. I believe the fight probably got announced yesterday or today. You know what I mean? And look, if I was Anthony Yard, I'd fall back and not take the fight. That means you guys were not serious, and you're putting in me with a garbage fighter that won't do anything for my stock within 2 days. You know what I mean? So he got to talk to his management and Frank Warren and really evaluate what they're doing with their career. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, this ain't cutting it. Be Marsh Boxing. I'm out. Peace.